What do we
Hey,
got?
what was that?
What do we got?
All right, here we go. Hey now, got a little surprise for y'all today. I'm here with my good buddy Mike Haley, which is fleet engineer for McAllister, and he's lately been working on the Timothy. It just came out of the shipyard, and he's getting everything, up to par for it. And he's going to tell us a little bit about his background and what he's working on here at the Timothy. Mike, what's happening?
What's going on? I came from automotive. I was a master tech for Toyota Lexus, and then I switched to maritime 5 years ago, and then came to work for McAllister immediately. Um, Started out as a deckhand in 2.5 years. COVID hit, and I just stayed on the boat so I could get the sea time to get my license.
All right, cool.
Worked my way up, got my chief's license and my DDE, and then sailed as a chief on the McAllister Sisters for 3 years,
Cool.
and then I switched over to the office. I'm
Okay,
with fleet
so
engineering.
so you've been fleet engineering for what, 6 months, a
6
year,
months.
about six
Yeah.
months? Cool, cool. And so fleet engineer is like any boats that come out the shipyard or anything. He's company wide, so up and down the East Coast, wherever they need him, that's where he goes. Do you like that better than being on the boats, or
It has its pros and cons.
right,
I enjoyed being on the boats. You get a good crew.
right?
You kind of
It's
know
like a
what you got.
family.
You
No,
get
I
some
get
time
that.
off. You get a consistent 2 weeks off.
Well, that's cool that you came from automotive and then you decided you wanted to work in the marine industry and worked your way up from the bottom, hospital, up to fleet engineer. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Right?
It's a little unheard of.
Right now, yes, but that's cool.
So
All right, show us around. This is the engine room of the Timothy. He's going to show us around and tell us what he's working on and point some things out, and that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Ready?
yeah.
All right.
Where do you want to
First
go?
off, what kind of engines we got?
We got Caterpillar 3516s, right? Turbocharged 16-cylinder diesels. Um, this boat was converted. It was a single screw, single engine, Fairbanks Morse engine with a single wheel, and then McAllister decided they wanted to switch it over, put twin engines, twin Z drives in it. So it's a pretty different animal.
Yeah, right, this is old YTV
Yeah,
Navy boats.
yeah.
Converted into tractor tugs.
Yeah, and YTB stood for Yard Tugboat. They would assist all the Navy ships in and out of their yards. Um, Pretty cool. We got John Deere gensets. They're a little older, but they run good, and they last a long time. Don't have a lot of issues. Um, Air compressors. Most boats have 2 air compressors on the tugs. A backup just in case. You got the MSD system, which is always fun if it messes up.
Right.
You know,
Everybody likes that when it messes up.
fuel transfer pump. Raw water cooling engines. They go through. They cycle through here, and they exchange heat from the engine. It takes coolant and pumps coolant through here, and then takes raw water, goes through here, and disperses the heat. You got your old sea strainer, duplex strainer. It's all old designs on these boats, but it works.
Right.
It's cool. Different animal.
I love an old school tugboat. What do you know about what year this was built? Is this 70s?
I think this one was 1976.
76.
And then I think it was overhauled in 2005
Okay.
when they did the conversion.
Cool. Cool.
Switchboard panel. Go through. It's pretty simple. You can't parallel the generators or anything, but it works. It's cool. So
All right.
got all that. Right now, the boat just came out of the shipyard, and I started up everything. I'm going through and doing all the checks, and heard a vibration coming from the starboard shaft line. Diagnosed it, found out it was the pilot bearings. So we have that all torn apart back here. You can kind of see it. It's kind of cool. We got had to drop the cardan shaft right here. It's basically, they call it a cardan shaft. It's just like a drive shaft. It has a little slip joint, U-joints. Everything's good here. Check these. They're not binding. Everything's moving smooth. No play in the splines. These are your clutches, similar to how a car works. You have your plates right here with their material, and they all look good. So rather than pulling this whole entire thing off, we decided to just pull the barrel, and the pilot bearing's actually in the shop right now, so I can't really show it to you, but it's cool. These are the Z drives right here. These are older ones. They're smaller, but they get the job done.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
And this boat is a lot faster than my boat working the tip of the bow. So my boat has way more power, but this boat is quicker moving from side to side, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because of the smaller drives, they react faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the Z drive room.
Yeah, this is the Z drive room back
What he's
here.
working
So
on.
yeah,
Cool.
so you can see the difference as that side's assembled, and then this side's disassembled. We got the guards pulled off.
Zoom in on that other side for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, so you see how everything's assembled and it goes in there like that, and then you got this side,
Yeah, and then
which was he's working on the barrel and whatnot. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's cool. You get your control panels back here. You can, basically there's a tire inside of here that inflates. If you open that panel up, you can actually kick it on and do it. Obviously, we can't do it right now while it's all apart, but there's a tire inside of here, so when you clutch in the boat, the tire actually inflates. It pushes those clutches onto that barrel right there and grabs it, and that's what engages your prop and starts driving your propeller. This thing right here will free spin when it's not clutched in. It's pretty cool.
All right, yeah, that's cool, man. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Anything else you'd like to tell the good people of YouTube?
Not much. I think that it's a cool industry, especially for a young person to come into. It's kind of unheard of. It's not something that you learn about in school, but it's it's great for a career in the future. Especially, I like the engineering side just because you have to work on your house or work on anything. You can always go back and work in a shoreside position after you're done the job.
Right, and I am not very handy around my house. I can kind of get the job done, but I call people like Mike and Chuck and Tony, because I don't really know what I'm doing, but I get it done.
Yeah.
So, hey man, thanks for talking to
No
us. That was
problem at
great.
all. Yeah, most definitely.
Man, much appreciated.
Always. Yeah.
All right.
Enjoy.
Later, guys. Thanks for watching.